Pope Francis opened an important meeting of Catholic bishops today on the future of the Church.
Entrano senza che tu te ne accorga. Bussano alla porta, sono cortesi, no, va bene, va avanti. E poi alla fine comandano loro nel tuo animo. State attenti.
Could the Antichrist, as prophesied in religious texts, exist among us today? This isn't a question we ask every day, but it's one that carries a weight of centuries, a question that has intrigued, alarmed, and even terrified generations. The concept of the Antichrist, often shrouded in mystery and misconception, has been a topic of deep religious discourse and debate. But before we dive into the murky depths of this contentious subject, let's consider a recent development. Pope Francis has made a surprising revelation, suggesting the Antichrist may indeed be present in our world. Pope Francis' revelation. Pope Francis, one of the most influential religious figures today, has made a startling revelation. In a world often divided by faith, his words echo with a resonance that transcends boundaries, sparking intrigue and inviting introspection. In the heart of Vatican City, flanked by the centuries-old walls of the Apostolic Palace, Pope Francis made a declaration that has since reverberated around the globe. The Pope, in his distinct style, unflinchingly proclaimed that the Antichrist might be among us. This revelation was not made with a sense of fear or apprehension, but rather an intention to awaken consciousness and inspire vigilance. The context of his revelation is deeply significant. In a time when the world is grappling with global crises, from the pandemic to climate change, his words are a call to discernment. To look beyond the surface, to question the status quo, and to be aware of the forces that might lead us astray. The implications of his revelation are far-reaching. If the Antichrist is indeed among us, it stands to reason that we are living in a crucial moment of spiritual history. This isn't a call to arms, but a call to hearts, a call to awaken our collective moral compass and stand in unity against forces that seek to divide and destroy. The reactions to Pope Francis' revelation have been as diverse as they are numerous. From the devout who received his words with solemn understanding, to the skeptics questioning the veracity of his claim. Scholars and theologians have delved into sacred texts, seeking to unravel the layers of his statement, while social commentators have reflected on its societal and moral implications. Yet, regardless of the differing perspectives, one fact remains undeniable. The Pope's words have ignited a global conversation, stirring up a wave of discussions and debates. The subject of the Antichrist, often relegated to the realm of esoteric theology or apocalyptic fiction, has been brought into the spotlight. The Pope's words have stirred up a wave of discussions and debates, bringing the topic of the Antichrist into the spotlight. With this revelation, Pope Francis invites us all to engage in this dialogue, to seek truth, and to remain vigilant in a world that grows more complex by the day. The Antichrist in religious texts. The concept of the Antichrist has deep roots in religious texts. Across the globe, various faiths and their sacred scriptures mention a figure that stands in opposition to the divine. This figure is often referred to as the Antichrist, a term that originated from the Christian faith. The term Antichrist, as it is traditionally understood, refers to a deceptive and malevolent entity that is prophesied to appear before the end times, leading people astray from their faith. In Christianity, the concept of the Antichrist is most vividly depicted in the New Testament, specifically in the books of 1 John, 2 John, and Revelation. Here, the Antichrist is described as a figure of deception, a false prophet who will mislead many into forsaking their faith. In Islam, a similar figure known as Al-Masih ad-Dajjal is portrayed. This figure is described as a great deceiver with one eye blind who will claim to be a messiah, thus leading people astray. Judaism, while not explicitly mentioning an Antichrist, does speak of forces that oppose the divine. These forces, or Yetzer Hara, are seen as an essential part of human nature that challenge individuals to choose between good and evil. These diverse interpretations across religions highlight the complex nature of the Antichrist concept. Some see the Antichrist as a literal figure, a single individual who will rise to power and deceive many. Others interpret it as a symbolic representation of evil forces in the world that lead people away from their faith. While the details and descriptions may vary, one common thread runs through these interpretations: the Antichrist is a figure of deception, a force opposing the divine, and a harbinger of the end times. These varied interpretations have led to a multitude of theories, and speculations about the Antichrist's existence and identity. Speculations and theories. Speculations and theories about the Antichrist are as diverse as they are intriguing. In the broad spectrum of beliefs, some theories point towards historical figures as potential antichrists. Napoleon Bonaparte, for instance, has often been thrown into the mix. His rapid rise to power, his expansionist policies, and his ultimate downfall make quite a compelling narrative. These characteristics, some argue, align with the biblical description of the Antichrist. Then is Adolf Hitler, a man whose name is synonymous with evil. His charismatic leadership, his manipulation of mass psychology, and his orchestration of the Holocaust lead many to believe he could be the Antichrist. However, as we know, both Napoleon and Hitler have come and gone, and yet the world continues. In more contemporary times, the ring of speculation has been cast around various world leaders and influential figures. Some theorists suggest that the Antichrist might not be a single person, but rather a group or an institution that holds significant sway over global affairs. This perspective often points to entities like the United Nations or the World Bank. Intriguingly, with the advent of technology, some theories have taken a more futuristic turn. The idea of an AI or a cyborg Antichrist has been floated around. The argument here is based on the increasing influence of technology on our lives and the potential for it to be used for malevolent purposes. Then there's the unsettling narrative that has emerged amidst the pandemic. Some evangelical Christians have associated the COVID-19 vaccine with the mark of the beast. This theory, fueled by misinformation and fear, has found traction on social media platforms, leading to increased vaccine skepticism among certain groups. It's important to note, however, that these theories are just that, theories. They are interpretations and speculations based on various sources and perspectives. They reflect our collective fascination with the unknown and our attempts to make sense of complex, often frightening concepts. Whether these theories hold any truth is a question that continues to baffle us. The Antichrist today. In light of Pope Francis' revelation, the question arises, who could the Antichrist be in today's world? Let's delve into the characteristics that the Antichrist is believed to possess according to religious texts and interpretations, and consider how these might manifest in a modern context. According to the Bible, the Antichrist is described as a charismatic, political, and spiritual leader who deceives the masses. In today's world, this could potentially be any influential figure who misguides the public for personal gains, or perhaps to create discord and division. Now consider another aspect. The Antichrist is often associated with the mark of the beast. In the book of Revelation, this mark is a sign of allegiance to the beast, a symbol of control over commerce and personal freedom. Today, some believe this could be interpreted as any form of technological or societal control that infringes upon individual liberties. In recent times, there's been a flurry of misinformation, such as claims linking COVID-19 vaccines to the mark of the beast. While these theories are largely unfounded, they serve as a reminder of how easily fear and suspicion can be manipulated in our interconnected world. However, it's essential to remember that the concept of the Antichrist is interpreted differently across various Christian denominations and individual beliefs. For some, the Antichrist isn't a person, but a system or an institution that opposes Christ's teachings. This begs the question in our world today, filled with complex political structures, societal norms, and technological advancements. Could the Antichrist be more metaphorical than literal? Could it be a representation of the collective actions and ideologies that go against the principles of love, peace, and unity? These interpretations, while diverse, all point towards one fundamental truth: the importance of vigilance, discernment, and staying true to one's ethical and spiritual values in the face of deception and manipulation. The search for the Antichrist is a journey into the unknown, filled with mystery and intrigue. The existence of the Antichrist is a question that continues to captivate and perplex. From our exploration today, we traversed a vast landscape of beliefs, speculations, and interpretations. We've delved into the heart of Pope Francis' revelation, a moment that sparked intense debate and speculation. We've also journeyed into the labyrinth of religious texts, where the concept of the Antichrist has been etched and re-etched over centuries. These texts, whether one perceives them as divine truth or historical literature, serve as a testament to our enduring fascination with the figure of the Antichrist. Then we ventured into the realm of speculations and theories, a space teeming with conjectures, each more intriguing than the last. From the realm of politics to the world of technology, the Antichrist has been cited in many guises, reflecting our deepest fears and anxieties. As we draw this exploration to a close, let's take a moment to reflect. The Antichrist, whether a tangible entity or a metaphorical construct, is a mirror to our collective psyche. It's a symbol of the struggles we face, the uncertainties we grapple with, and the hope we cling to. As we continue to ponder this enigma, one thing is certain: the Antichrist, whether real or symbolic, continues to stir our collective imagination. We hope you found these facts intriguing. If you've heard them before or have any thoughts to share, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to A World to Discover to join us on our journey of discovery.